Then in SQL Plus, what you run? That's it. When you run Java program on database server, queries are running. Whether the queries are successfully completed, data available or not, we are just checking from SQL Plus. Actually, SQL Plus not required. Only Java program, that's it. Bhanu Prakash, DevOps Tools Advanced Hour, no link. Both are independent courses. Don't join DevOps course, that is different. As part of full stack Java, we have DevOps Tools batch that you have to join. DevOps full course is there, full stack Java required course is there. Yeah, check with your admin. Maybe already some classes happened. You will get previous class recordings and you can plan to join. What are you doing? Writing or acting or? Only written up to import statements and waiting for me to scroll down. There are talented fellows. Test 05. Inserting rows. Main method. Throws class not found exception, SQL exception. Danish, upcoming classes na, by the time SAR required, we will complete here, no? SAR will tell so many things. Why you worry? When I say join, join silently. Always you should listen to low-level faculties, not to high-level. When I say join, silently join. And whatever prerequisites SAR is telling, just keep side. If 9 AM batch, 9 AM time slot is suitable for you to join, silently go and join. If SAR is saying prerequisites, close your eyes, close your ears. After prerequisites topic completed, then open eyes and ears. Simple. Tell me now. This is any change here? No. Any change in this line? Any change in this line? Any change here? Yes. What query I have to use here? Execute query. Then here, what is the query I should write? Select star from student. Can I write in a single line? Execute query will go to the statement connection database, run this query at database end. At a database end, like this, results are selected. Like this, results are selected. Again repeating, when you run this query, database end, this query is executed, and in database server, results are selected. Like how select query executed on this particular SQL Plus, records are printed exactly like this. I want you also print records on our Java program. SQL Plus is nothing but our Java program. All you people agreed? Our Java program is select star from student, SQL Plus select star from student. Both are going to database and executed. The results generated at database end, SQL Plus retrieving and printed on SQL Plus console. This is SQL Plus console. Like that, our Java program console is what? Command prompt. Here we are running select star from insert, select star from select rows. Where is the, I didn't save a, 1 second. When I run this code, now what happened? Background, our select query is submitted, and down, I want to retrieve and print the result here exactly like in select SQL plus. So further, after running the query, now the execute query method, the results are returning to our program. I have to store the results inside where I should capture the results inside where result set rs equal to. Everyone understand that? Now execute query method is a factory method. It execute the query on the database and return the results as result set object. Now very important point, is the result set object contain the results, or it is a cursor pointing to the results. It is a cursor pointing to the results available in the database server. From the database server, now I have to retrieve the results to our Java program. For that, what are the methods we have to use? First, result set is pointing to first row na, before first row na, before first row. Then here we have row 1, then row 2, row 3. 3 rows we have in the database. Then how can we move cursor from the before first row to the first row? We have to call what? Next method. Okay, rs dot next method. Again I have to call rs dot next method. Again I have to call rs dot next method. Again I have to call rs dot next method. And finally again I have to call rs dot next method and take cursor to what? After last row. Before first row, after last row. Then now in order to move the cursor here, I have to use what method? Next method. Now I should use next method one time or I should use multiple times. Multiple times. How many multiple times? As many rows as available in the database. How many rows available in the database can we guess? No. So that means rs.text method keep on run. How long it should run? When it run true, again execute. When it return 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 true, again execute. When return false, exit. Okay, so which concept will execute logic again and again? Loops. How many loops are there? We have while loop. Understand? We have while loop with Boolean condition. Okay, this is open bracket, closed bracket. Here we have what? Logic. And then next we have do while loop. Do while loop. Here we write what? Boolean condition. Of course, generally people call Boolean condition, Boolean condition. Condition is Boolean only, na? No need to extra say Boolean condition. Sorry, people habituated, we are also pronouncing. But let us call it as what? Condition. Then here what will be there? Logic. Then we are also having one more loop is there called what? For loop. Now observe for loop. For loop contains starter. For loop contains what? Starter. And then condition. Condition. And then increment or decrement. And then logic. Now, by seeing this syntax, can you please confirm which loop is suitable for us? I'm writing all the 3 loops side by side. By seeing JDBC program, you decide which loop is suitable. Now what you have to do? Result set object you obtain. Okay? Result set is pointing to before first row. Before first row it is pointing. Do we need to start this index? Already index is started now. Before first row nothing but assume that 0. Already index number is internally available. You no need to create. That means result set already started. Index start is already started. What you have to do? You have to move the cursor from before first row to second row. For that, what method you have to call? Next method. Next method when you call rs.next when you call rs.next method returns what? True. True and Condition. True false value is nothing but what? Condition. Okay. RS dot next method returns condition true. If true, execute logic. Okay. If false, don't execute logic. If true, execute logic. If false, don't execute logic. When you call next method, what it is doing? It is moving the cursor where you are calling, here you are calling rs dot next. First you are calling here rs dot next. When you call rs dot next here, what it is doing? First moving the cursor from current position to next position. In the next position, if the row is available, returns what? True. That means next method performing two operation. What is that? Increment and then returns what? True. Yes or no? Now my question, among these three, which loop is suitable for JDBC program result set? Okay. You are responsible to start condition or already result set started? I should write here index I equal to 1. Int index equal to 0. Shall I write? Should I write? Sorry, 1. Should I write? అరే ఇంగ్లీష్ అర్థమవుతుంది, నేను చెప్పే ఇంగ్లీష్ అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా? రిజల్ట్ సెట్ కర్సర్ ని ఆల్రెడీ బిఫోర్ ఫస్ట్ రికార్డ్ కి పాయింట్ చేస్తుంది, నువ్వేం చెయ్యక్కర్లేదు. పాయింటర్ యు నో నీడ్ టు క్రియేట్. నెక్స్ట్ యు నో నీడ్ టు ఇంక్రీజ్. వెన్ యూ కాల్ నెక్స్ట్ మెథడ్ it only increasing. You no need to create pointer, implicitly already created. Pointer ante start index already created. Increment also you no need to do. When you call next method, it only increasing. Okay na? So start you no need to do, increase you no need to do. What you have to verify? Only condition. Everyone understand? Sometime I talk Telugu, English people, Hindi people understood? Now again repeat. If I want to execute some logic repeatedly, we have three loops are there in core Java. Number 1, while, do while, for. Advanced Java means what? Ignore core Java, only write advanced Java. No. Each and every line you are writing in core Java belongs to what? Each and every line you are writing in advanced Java belongs to what? Core Java. Only names are different. In core Java, names are what? A, B, C, D, example, sample, student, employee, bank account. So just print star, find the retrieve the elements from the array, or okay, retrieve the elements from the collection. So like this core Java related. But in advanced Java, I am writing same program connecting to whom now? Database. In core Java, array. In advanced Java, database. Yes or no? Array is what? One column. Array is one row. Array is one row. Each location is what? Column. Simple. Now tell me. Now here result set is a one-dimensional array, not two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array. Result set is a table. A table is a matrix. Matrix is a two-dimensional array. Okay. Now whatever the logic you have written in core Java, same logic you write in advanced Java, but the names are different. Only names are different. You learn student class development, then employee class, bank account class, bike class is the same or not? What is changing there and here? Name and variable names is changing. That's it. But in advanced Java, your responsibility of writing logic is only 1%. 99% is already developed. That 1% of code only you have to develop. That 1% is what? Knowing the interface names, knowing the method names, and building the program line by line, line by line. What is step number 1? What is step number 2? What is step number 3? Just you should know the step numbers and build the step by step line. That's it. Only you have to remember core Java points, which is suitable to apply here, you should know. Now I am taking result set. Result set is a set of results available. Now I should, on over result set, I have to travel. For traveling repeatedly to execute, I required what? Loops. So we have the three loops are there. Which loop is suitable here, I should understand. Point number 1. You wanted to go and retrieve the record without checking up, by checking up. First I have to check and then go and retrieve. Then do while is suitable or not suitable? Not suitable. First do is doing what? Without checking, first allowing you to execute. After executing it is checking the condition. Understand? What do while is doing? Without checking, first execute logic and then check the condition. Now tell me, in the result set, I should retrieve the result only if the row is available. Na? That means first I have to check row is available or not. That means do while is suitable or not suitable? Not suitable. Then what to do now? Eliminate, delete. Now two people are now racing in the are there in the competition. Now decide while I should use a, for I should use a. Both are first checking condition and then executing logic. When to use while and when to use for. For I should use, I only should start the index. I only should check the condition. I only should increment. But result set is telling, no, you don't do all the nonsense. I only created index. I only increase. Only you check the condition. Then which one is suitable now? While or for? While is suitable. Oh, wait, delete. This also delete. Khatam. Clear my point? Then while loop is a suitable. Tell me, in the condition place, what I should write? Rs dot next. What I should write? Rs dot next. Tell me, when I write rs dot next, next method, going to result set, moving the cursor to next. First it will do move. First it is increase. Then check row. If available, returns true. If not available, returns false. Understand? Tell me, on this position, I call rs dot next. Then rs dot next moving the cursor to next row. Row is available or not? Yes. Because row is available, what it returns? True. True means go inside. Inside what I have to do now? I should retrieve the all column values available in the row one. Tell me, what is the method available? Rs dot get. Tell me, there are two get methods are there. Get with the object, get with the primitive type. Now you want to work with, I don't know what value available. Then use what? Get a object. I know what type of value available. First column. What type of first column? Int. So what method I should call? Get int. Second method is what? Second column string. Get string. Okay. Third column is what? String. Get string. Fourth column is what? Get a fee. Fee is what? Double. But get int method, it will not read the columns exactly. You call the getter methods like this, but it will not get the data. First column, second column, third column, fourth column. It will not guess. It is asking, Babu, you run the select query. When you run select query, one row is selected. In that row, which column you want to read first? Which column you want to read next? I don't know. You tell me. Then you have to specify column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. I should give exactly in the same order? Not required. In any order you can pass. You can read any zigzag order, your wish. But recommended is what? Same order you read. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then get into method read data. I have to, it will read the data, return value. So I want to store in a local variable. Int student number equal to, int student number equal to, next string student name equal to, the next string course equal to, column names are nothing but our variable names. In database column names, in Java variable names. Next double fee equal to, and then now I am printing, any mistake, semicolon. Now I am printing system dot out dot println of, what do you write now? Double quotes, student number plus /t plus student name plus double quotes /t plus course plus double quotes /t plus fee. I have to close connection what? Rs dot close. Now let's try to understand how this while loop executing. Now tell me, when you run result set object, rs variable is pointing to first row, pointing to before first row in the results. When you call next method, cursor is moving from before first row to first row. First row is available. and returns what? True. Then control going down. SNO variable is created. In this row 1, I have what? Column 1, column 2, column 3. Okay, what is the column name? 101. Column name HK, and course is what? Full stack Java development, and fee is 20,000. Okay, then get int method of one index column is what? 101. Reading, stored. Then next second column value reading and storing. Third column value reading and storing. Fourth column value reading and storing. Then now printed on the console. Then while loop close. While loop close and it is going out or it is loop iterated. Loop iterated. Then rs dot next. When you call rs dot next, what happened? First step is what? Incremented. Incremented means cursor is moving from row 1 to row 2. And here row is available? Yes. Row is available. Then what it will do now? It returns a true. Rs dot next returns what? True. Then control will go now. Again reading, get in. What the one value? 2. And this is what? BK. And it is what? Acting. And this is 30,000, right? Then all 4 values are read, stored in these variables, and SOPLN message is printed in the next line. While loop close, and then again loop iterated, rs dot next. Now currently rs dot next point into the row number 2. When you call next method, first what is doing? Incrementing, means cursor is moving to the next row. In the next row is available? Yes. Then returns what? True. What the next row value is available? 103 PK, and belongs to what? Politics. Belongs to politics, and then what? 10,000, right? 10,000. Now all these 4 lines are reading. Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Then SOPLN all values are printed. Control come end of the while loop. Loop iterated, rs dot next. Rs dot next, what is doing? Moving the cursor from row 3 to next row. In next row, records available or not available? Not available. Then returns what? False. False means from here false. Control is coming out of here, exited. Everyone understand the flow? Now let me write one SOPLN here for giving one line gap. Let's see now. Now can I compile this program directly from Edit Plus now? Up to yesterday, we cannot compile and execute. Now can I compile and execute from Edit Plus? Yes. Why? Yesterday, OJDBC 11.jar file is not available in permanent class path. So that's why we went to the command prompt, temporary settings, and then executed. Now Edit Plus, open command prompt. The command prompt will read the class path from the permanent class path. So no need to go to command prompt now onwards. Or else no sir, we will confuse. Go to command prompt means I will go. Chappu. And 45. Next method return type enti. Mare malindu specify cheyali. If it returning some other data, int or float or double, then I have to compare with something. Next method itself returning what? True na? Returns true or false. No need to write. Control 1, compile. Control 2. Okay, records are coming. 101 Hari Krishna, Mahesh Babu, Pawan Kalyan Babu. But why it is going extra? Okay, we have to write extra /t for here. After name extra /t. Control 1. Control. Right? So for adjusting it, this extra /t here I should not be there, but Can I write row wise that? In SQL Plus, we have that facility. They have writing exactly how many spaces required, those many spaces. And after every value, they are writing what? How many, what is this column size? 20. And a maximum, how many characters will be here? 20 characters. Okay, they are counting how many characters available in this name plus extra spaces they are adding. That logic you write yourself. Okay, na? That is assignment at home. All the people understand how RS dot next working while loop is working. This is the diagram for this. You want write diagram and then loop or directly loop? Right. Ma? Up to here all completed? No, result set and while loop. Online students, any questions? Not understood. Yeah, we'll write down. First you write. I'll give the diagram down. Everyone written this line now? Result set creation line completed? Completed? If you want, write this. Here RS dot next. What it will do? Moves cursor to the to next row, then returns true or false. When true, if it is available. When false, if it is not available. Currently available, so returns true. Again here, returns true. Again here, returns true. Again here, returns true or false. Here, returns true or false. Come on. false. Why? Because there is no record. Before first row only you are calling next. Next will work on current row na next row na? Next row. Here if you want, this is row 1. This is true for row 2. This is for row 3. And this is row 4. Row 4 is not available. Returns false. Execute. Closing connections, first result set, then statement, then connection. Main close, class close. Online students, if you have any doubts, please ask. If no doubts, we'll move to next topic. Offline students, any doubts? Girls? Result set flow understood? Tell me, does it have all points? Step number 1, loading driver. Step number 2, establishing connection. Step number 3, create statement object. Step number 4, execute query and fetch the result. Step number 5, sorry, I forgot. Step number 5, what? Fetching results from database to Java program and printing on console. Printing on console. And then 6th step, closing connections. Where is 7th step? Here. Handling exceptions. So this program has all seven points. This is a full-fledged JDBC program that has all seven points. Get place lo get object రాసుకో అంతే కదా 4 columns read చేయాలంటే 4 times call చేయాలి. Okay now everyone, acting as understood or really understood? JDBC program no acting, because learning, practicing, everything should complete in 2 hours only. After going to room, if you open advanced Java notes, madre. Only open system, directly type the code. Now open the notes. Here last year. Okay na? Akka. What is the difference between Java program running select query, Java program running select query, and SQL plus running select query? Are both the same or any difference? Java program running select query running SQL plus running select query. Any differences? Yes. What is the difference? Column names are not available. Okay. We got, by using result set, we can obtain only row data but not column names. And also here data is printing in a zigzag order. Acting log 30,000 okay. All are should come in a vertical order. For that you have to write lot of logic, extra points adding logic you have to write. Sorry, this alignment we will see later. I am not worrying about this alignment. Okay, na? So currently I want to work with only, what is that? I want to print column names also. Tell me, this is the data and this is also data. Column name is data about the data. Now tell me, yes name is the data about the data. Yes or no? And tell me, data about data is called metadata. Whose metadata? What is this? According to Java. According to Java, these results are nothing but result set, na? So what is this? Result set metadata. So tell me, a result set will return only results of the rows, results of the table, nothing but rows. But I want results metadata, then I have to use what? Result set metadata. So tell me, what is the difference between result set and result set metadata? Result set contains and allows us to retrieve only rows. Result set metadata returns columns. If you want to read column information, then I should use result set metadata. Before going to result set metadata, you want to write complete background flow of execution, Java and database and memory diagram? I'll show you. If you want, you can write. Otherwise, leave it. There is no force. Okay. It's the time you wanted to revise once because payments are completed. First day we discussed why we come to advanced Java. In core Java, we have discussed only language concepts, object-oriented programming concepts, and then some API we have learned. By using core Java, I can develop only basic standalone application. I want to develop database interaction application for storing data permanently in a tabular format. Also, I want to develop networking application interacting with the network to collect the data from the remote user. For that, just core Java not sufficient. We require advanced Java. What are we doing in advanced Java? In advanced Java, we are storing our data permanently inside a database. Already in core Java, we have stored our data permanently in a file, text file. That text file is called what? Flat file. So what are the problems with a flat file? Number one, no clarity, data entered into another column. So employee number, employee name, salary, department. Now I'm storing employee number here, employee name. Observe, employee name data is entering to the salary column. Next, employee name. That time when I was teaching, Sriman Narayana is a Balai Babu name in the movie. One movie is there. What is that movie? I didn't remember. Simha. Now Sriman, Simha, whatever. So now this data is going into salary. Salary is going into department. There is a clear clarity there. Data is there, not there. Next, lot of manual logic should be implemented to organize this data in a structured manner. When data is increasing, searching is very tough. For example, like this 1 crore records I have stored in the file. To find where is my data is available takes a lot of time, and file can be opened by anybody, no security, anyone can see the data. Then solution, we need some automation process to organize this data in a structured manner. That automation process is DBMS. Why are DBMS? We should store data in database in structured with well-defined validations. For that, we have to use a concept called what? Database. In database, we have table. Table maintain the data in a structured way. Data is stored in a structured manner. Data searching and retrieving is fast. Beyond column size, data cannot be stored. You have to first specify how much data you want to store. Data will be secure. Database validation, login, authentication. So we have to write Java program interacting with what? DBMS, and DBMS interact with the database server. Then if you want to work with a database, first of all, you should know database objects. Inside database, Oracle or any database, we have schema, we have table, sequence, view, synonym, package. Under package, we have procedure and function. These are all the database objects. Okay. Then next, how to interact with the database server? To interact with the database server, we have to use the database client software. The database client software is what? SQL Plus. Like SQL Plus, we have different database client softwares are there. What are they? SQL Plus given by Oracle by default. PLSQL Developer, Toad, SQL Developer, MySQL Query Browser, MyEclipse Query Browser. Like this, there are different SQL database client softwares we have. Database client software doesn't have any data, just it allowing the user to type the queries, send the queries to database server and executing database query on the database server. All database objects are available in database server. Then drawbacks in all database client softwares. Doing database operations from database client software is a manual process, not automated. One should know all database commands, SQL, PLSQL to work with the database client. As layman means I don't know anything. We cannot use database directly to store data related to my business application. Hence, we need an automated program to execute database commands such as DBML, TCL, DQL, etc. on database. The only solution for this requirement is we must develop a software by using programming language such as Java, .NET, etc. This software must provide GUI to collect rows from the end user, API to create record in the database with those given values. So there are two parts are there, GUI and API. Currently we didn't develop GUI, only we develop what? API. Java's solution. Sun has released an API called JDBC to develop an application in Java to interact with the database. Hence we must write program by using JDBC API to automate database commands execution. Okay, then drawbacks the same thing. Now, what happened when we create a connection? Already we written. Database server, for every connection, database server will maintain one separate database client, database connection ID and buffer. Whenever we send the records from one client, the records are executed in the buffer. Until we run the commit, the records results will not be stored in the main table. Next, now what happened in the Java program? Look at that. This is SQL Plus. In SQL Plus, you have to run this insert query. You have to type this insert query. You should know all these query syntaxes. I am a layman. I don't know any query syntax. In that case, you try to use like this. Now, directly database client if you use, I must know the query syntaxes, connection syntax, insert query syntax, everything you should know. But if you use Java application, we are providing one front-end screen. Observe here, one front-end screen. Then I am asking the user, enter student number, enter student name, enter student course, enter fee. Then when you click on insert button will collect all these values and giving to whom now? One Java program. Collecting input, preparing SQL insert query by supplying all these values, submitting that query to JDBC API. Then JDBC API going to the database, executing that query, insert the record here and coming back, displaying the results message. Your record inserted successfully. You want to continue, next record, enter. Am I going fast? Getting clarity? Tell me, did we complete this middle program already? Yes. So what is required? This front-end screen we have to develop. We will develop this front-end screen later, not now. Okay. As of now, let us consider only JDBC program. Tell me now, is JDBC program talking to database client? No. This SQL plus Jamana gone. What we are using in place of SQL plus JDBC program we are using. How we are submitting the query to the SQL plus by typing the query with the correct syntax. But who is preparing the query in Java program? Our program only query. Then user has to know only what values to enter, but you don't need to know any query here. So that's why JDBC Java application coming as front-end application to interact with the database. Then how to interact with the database? How JDBC is interacting with the database? JDBC is a Java program. How to talk to database? Database vendor has given DBMS with a lot of C functions. Database server software to interact, we have a lot of what C functions are there. Those C functions must be called from Java program. For that, some JNI mappings I have to do, some Oracle C functions I have to call with the Java program. Can Java program talk to the C program directly? No. In between some JNI functions, lot of clarity, lot of code you have to develop. As a Java developer, I should develop, you should develop, everyone should develop. When everyone developing, who should develop? Sun Microsystem. Then Sun Microsystem come up with an idea. Arey bhai, you do one thing, my dear Java developer, you don't worry about how to write the Java program, interact with the database, I will take care. I am providing one specification. That specification is implemented by every database vendor by writing subclasses from here. Only what you need to do, these JDBC API interface names you use here, these JDBC API provided factory methods you use here. Whenever you load the driver, based on that, the remaining all interfaces are automatically interacting with the particular database. This one already we have written, JDBC architecture. Now, then in Java program, what you are using? JDBC interface name, driver, manager, connection statement, result set, metadata, types, date, timestamp, all we are using. All these interfaces are implemented by Oracle driver interacting with the database. Same interfaces are implemented by MySQL, interacting with the MySQL. Same interfaces are implemented by DB2 and interacting with the DB2. Okay, next. Now tell me, this is the complete more detailed. So what is the Java application? We have used what? Oracle driver. Then it is interacting with the Oracle software given implementation classes, interacting with the Oracle database. Okay, then now this is a complete API and this is the package names. Okay, all these are not required. This is the complete project. Okay, we'll develop at last. Database versions. Okay. This is our program flow now. What is that? First step, loading driver. With the help of driver, second step, create connection. With the help of connection, third step, create statement. Fourth step, execute query. Query returns what? Result set. With the help of result set, fetching the results, columns and rows data. To retrieve columns, rows data, result set. To retrieve column data, we have to use what? Result set metadata. This is a complete program. When you run Java select demo, tell me, we have already Oracle database. In that Oracle database, we have already schema. In that schema, already we have table. In the table, already we have records. This all setup is already available. Now, we develop Java program, Java select demo or whatever the program you have written, test 0405, whatever. When you run, first step, what happened? JVM is started. JVM is started. In core Java, I will teach you JVM architecture. Don't worry. Now, people who completed core Java, don't say, sir, JVM architecture not covered. I will cover, then you will come to know. Don't worry. JVM architecture, JVM started. JVM is divided into 5 runtime data areas. Among them, 3 are important. What is that? Method area, Java stacks area, heap area. In method area, all classes are loaded. What is the first class loaded? Select demo. Nothing but your selecting program, selecting rows. Then in that selecting rows, then main method execution started. In main method, what the first statement you have written? Class.forName. Class.forName loading what? Oracle driver. Next step is what? Driver manager dot. Then driver manager is loaded. Driver manager dot get connection. Now the get connection create what? Connection variable, connection object. This is the connection object. I have written the boxes for easiness. You can write circle also. Connection object. This connection object is connecting to the connection ID created at Naresh ID schema and its associated buffer. Do you know all these points? Sleeping slowly? All you people know, na? Because you know, just I am trying to read, that's it. Then what happened here? This connection ID, whenever you call driver manager dot get connection, con variable is created, connection object is created, and database end connection ID generated, and its associated database buffer is available. Okay. Then next step, you call create statement. When you call statement equal to con.create statement, statement object is prepared. Listen, statement object contain connection ID plus buffer ID. Buffer also contain buffer ID. Buffer ID will be available in the statement object, because connection has to point to connection ID. From connection ID it has to hold buffer. Statement is nowhere related to connection. It has to related to what? Buffer. Okay, now it has to go to buffer and the queries. And then using statement dot, when you run execute query, the query will be go to database and retrieve. Look at that, execute query method, query all the results available in the student table and prepare what? Temporary table here. This is called set of records. What do you call it as? Set of records is fetched here in the buffer. And now the before first row information, nothing but result set ID. This results also contains what? Result set ID. So the connection ID and result set ID is stored in the result set object, and result set object reference is available here. Then now this result set ID pointing to first row na before first row na? Before first row. Then upon calling the next method, cursor moving from before first row to first row. And then who is reading the first row data? Get method. And then after getter method is completed, loop iterated, next method is called, next method is going to the next row. Next row values are again read. So this much heavy diagram, can you understand? Shall we leave it? Or writer? Leave or writer? Choice is yours. Leave it or uploader? After uploading, what will you do? Okay, I will upload pakka, no doubt. After uploading, what will you do? Explorer. Right on. Below is the JDBC program execution flow. Such a lazy fellows, you know. You never have desire in your life. You know, if I were you, I'm a student, I will force my faculty, wait, I will write, because this is such an important information. This information will make you different from other students. You never desire yourself, you want to be a unique person, you want to be better than other people. So worst lazy fellows you are. 2020 10-10 batch. What do you write? 1 minute. From which left to right you write? Diagram. If you write left to right, what the use of it? First you get an idea, this much space required. You have to write the diagram vertical or horizontal. Turn your notes. Right side of the page. Write Oracle database. Listen, right? అమ్మనాబుల్ తిడతా అయినపోతే తెల్లోకి వచ్చేస్తా చచ్చిపోతారు. Right, listen, look at the screen. Write Oracle database is this drum. Naresh ID schema. Schema name is Naresh ID, HKNIT 4 PM. HKNIT 4 PM schema. Will you write this connection dabba? Connection created. మైండ్ వాడకుండా రిప్లై ఇచ్చావు అనుకో, మొబైల్ తోస్తా అందున వాడు బుర్రవాడు టక్ ఆన్సర్ చేయొద్దు. కనెక్షన్ ఐడి క్రియేట్ అయిందా? క్రియేట్ అవ్వలేదా? క్రియేట్ అవ్వలేదు. See, is it created or not created? Not created. Don't just write empty box, because you have to write that connection. Later you cannot use eraser, right? So that's why just write empty box. Don't write the number inside. So first NIT schema. Inside NIT schema is the student table available? Yes. Are rows available? Yes. These rows are dummy values, but you have to write your table rows. Your program table you have to create. with 4 columns. What is that? Student number 1 or 101? 101. Hare Krishna. Full stack Java development 10,000. I mean 20,000. Create the 3 rows. That's it. Don't write this remaining numbers. That you have to write according to the flow of the program. Clear? Very done now. ఏం అర్థం కాలేదు సార్, మీకేం అర్థం కాదు, తింటాం పడుకోవడం తప్ప. First program will come or database will come? Don't write this everything. కొట్టేది మిగతా రాయండి. First you write table with 4 columns with the data inside. If the data is exceeding the column spaces problem, you write shortcut HK FSJD 20,000, 102 BK acting 30,000. Write the database for complete page top to bottom. Online students writing up. Completed a table. Then what program? Now you have to run the program. Write on Java your class name here. Java class name. Then what happened? JVM started. Inside JVM write method area. Actually Oracle driver, but Oracle connection name is not Oracle connection. Its name is T4C connection. T4C connection. Can you write these names by your own? How can I write? Just you need to print the class name. In method class SOPLN1, SOPLN STMT, SOPLN RS. If you print, the subclass name will be printed. I want you write these names properly by your own. I don't help. These names are not exactly like this. I don't know what the names you write. Now first up is what? Java select demo, JVM started, and then select demo class is loaded. Next step is what? Main method started. Inside main method, from the main method, what happened? Oracle driver is loaded. After Oracle driver manager creates connection driver manager creates connection object. You can write circle here. Connection object. Background at database, what happened? Database and connection ID. Connection ID and buffer create. Buffer box you create. Practice it. Just writing and leaving, no. You have to practice with this one diagram. You please practice with one rough paper in today or tomorrow, whenever you find the free time. Before you come tomorrow class, all these steps you have to practice. Connection ID and database buffer. This empty buffer you write. Writing write down first. Completed? Are writing complete diagram or only up to arrow marks provided? Up to here, connection and database buffer. The next step. From the connection, next step is what? Statement. Or else you can write this arrow mark this way also. ఈ బఫర్ టేబుల్ ఇంకా రన్ అయిందా? After connection, what happened? Statement. From the statement, this is what? Statement object. Now statement object is pointing to connection idea, buffer idea. Buffer pointing to buffer, database buffer. Pointing to database buffer. Okay. Then next step, from the statement control will go to result set object. Here, what is the flow? First, what is executed? Execute query. Execute query. Queries the results from the main database table into buffer table. Create the same table here. Create same table here. What is this 1, 2, 3, 4? Column index. Column index. SNOS name course fees, column names. Get X method returns value to Java end. ఇది అర్థం చేసుకోగలిగితే చేసుకోండి. ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఇట్, అండర్స్టాండ్, అదర్వైజ్ లీవ్ ఇట్. ఓకేనా? బట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ డోంట్ లీవ్ రే. Program is important, but program background, Java side something is happening, database something is happening. That clarity you should have. Come again. Result set is result set. Reading results from the main table or buffer table. Buffer table. Result set is pointing to the buffer table, not to the main table. Completed. Today class not completed, just I am telling tomorrow plan. Tomorrow class is prepared statement, batch updates, transaction management. 3 topics we are learning in tomorrow class. Statement problems, then prepared statement, transaction management, and next batch updates. Batch updates means multiple queries at a time we are executing on the database. 3 topics we will learn in tomorrow class. Today class not completed, don't go. Today class not complete, just I am telling tomorrow session. Completed a diagram? Today night I'll upload complete material to the Google Classroom. Whatever I typed in your class, you can collect the notes. If any of you missed beginning classes, you can go through that. Completed. Shall I proceed next points? Write down. Take heading. What is the interface number? Fifth interface is result set completed, right? Okay. What do you write? Okay, write down 19th point whatever. Under 18.6, sorry, 1 minute wait. 13, 14, 15 we have written programs. 16. Ah, write down result set metadata interface and its points. Actually, this is a sixth interface. Okay, now? First, I want you write this diagram, then I'll give you notes. Yeah, write down this. This is a table. Table is divided into two parts. What the header portion? Columns. Next is what? Rows. Columns are represented by results at metadata. Rows are represented by results. Write this diagram, then I'll give notes. Completed? Right. Results at metadata is used for results at metadata is used for retrieving columns information from the columns information of a table whose data is queried by using the result set It has below methods to get columns information. I don't know method names. What to do? I don't know method names. I know methods are there, but I don't know what are the methods. What to do? ఎక్కడ dot? ఎక్కడ? What am I using? Come on, everyone. I don't know what are the methods available in result set metadata. I know only what is the purpose. Open API documentation. Priyanka, Java P command will give you only method name, method declaration, but not purpose. Now what I should do? Java SE21 API documentation. Then overview. In the search box, what do you want to search for? Result set metadata. Result set metadata is an interface. Its implementation is provided by the driver vendor. An object that can be used to get information about the types and properties of the columns in a result set object. The following code fragment creates result set object RS, creates result set object RSMD, uses, okay, that we'll see later. And then what are the methods available? Get catalog name, get column class name, get column count, get column display size, get column label. And tell me, by using this get column display size, I can know how many spaces to attach. SQL plus how it is providing the spaces correctly to the columns. Can I also write the program correctly now? The spaces I can correctly insert and I can format properly to display result. Column label. Column label means name of the column. Get column name. What the difference between get column label and get column name? Are not both same? Get the designated columns suggested title for use in printouts and displays. Get the designated column names. So what is the difference? Practically we have to see. Get column type name, get precision, get scale, get schema name, get table name, is auto incremented column. And tell me now, some columns are auto incremented. For example, primary key column auto incremented. We can set auto incremented. Is case sensitive, is concurrency, is currency, is definitely writable, nullable, readable, searchable, signed, is writable. These are the is questions. So these are all the information, different methods available in the result set metadata for finding methods. When you're coming tomorrow, I want you list out all these methods in your notes and come. Will you do that? So that you'll have an idea on how to search in API documentation and how to understand, read each and every method. Click on, these are hyperlinks. For example, you want to know about get column count. Click on this. Then there is a description. Returns the number of columns in the result set object. Returns the number of columns. Throws SQL exception if database access error occur. So how many methods? Do you need all methods? Some of the methods? It's up to you. How many methods you want? What methods you want to ignore? What methods you want to consider? According to your program requirement, you can check. One method you write, two methods you write, all methods you write, it's up to you. But I want to list out these methods and come. Will you work out? Really? Thank you. Good night. That's all for today class. Tomorrow we have to write 4 programs. Today programs adding tomorrow. 5 programs we have to write tomorrow. Everyone understand today class? Thank you. If you have any doubts, questions, confusions, please come. SID or CLM. How did you find? Demo videos, virtual class, virtual lab, please contact admin. I don't have that information. Okay. Whoever gave this Google Classroom link, contact to the class admin. He will, that admin will share you all the details. Port number, very different. ChatGPT, no. 1521 is the default port number. If the 1521 port number is already busy in your system, it choose another number. The problem is with URL. For the error, you got suitable driver not found, it is throwing error. Okay, maybe version of what JDK version you are using? 21. Oracle driver you are using 8. Oracle driver version number what? 8 na? It is supporting 8 version. So that's why it is throwing error. You should use JDK 8. Install JDK 8 version and try. Sorry? They don't have problem. Huh? Then in that case, there is a problem in your system. You should find out port number.